What are you doing? Hey, just wanted to tell you, you're about to watch my trip with Donna, of course, to Goldfield, Nevada. What a wonderful day we had. It was a great experience, and you're going to see some of those shots. It's one of the most haunted towns. It's almost a ghost town, but people do live there. It's one of the most haunted in the whole United States, and it's got like the most haunted hotel, which is closed for renovation right now. I think they're restoring it. But anyway, we had a blast. Just want to let you know about a safety tip, though. We took our new to us 2017 Ford F550 all the way up there. We didn't tow the rig. It was just us and the truck. And coming back, we almost got into a head-on. And the reason that happened was because I got goofy at some point and did not read my owner's manual, and found out the hard way that this truck has a limiter on it and it will not go over 80 miles per hour. And apparently the limiter is programmed into the computer, so you can't really change it unless you buy one of those tuner kits, which I'm not inclined to do. But so yeah, we were passing a guy he had a fifth wheel, and we were right up beside him. When I started the pass, there was no car coming in the distance. And by the time I got up to him, the car was getting closer and closer. I was trying to gun it, didn't realize why I'd lost my speed. I basically hit a wall. And unfortunately, the other car had to take the shoulder. And that is the first and only time that's ever happened to me in my driving life. And the reason I'm telling you that is because people like me get a new vehicle and we fail to find out everything there is to know about it, and that could have been real nasty. Nobody got hurt. He didn't run off the road, but he had to take the shoulder to avoid me, and thank God he did, or it would have been nasty for all of us. And anyway, just wanted to give you that tip. But check out this video, check out this town, and if you get this way or if you live nearby, you got to make a run out there at some point. We had an absolute ball exploring Goldfield, Nevada.
Hey, you could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
Hey Donna, where are we going?
We are going to Goldfield, Nevada, the most haunted hotel in the nation.
And why are we doing that?
Because there's nothing better to do.
And?
Because you want to. So here we are, we're coming into Goldfield. Careful you don't blink because you could probably miss it. It's only got a population of 268 people, although back in its heyday there were 30,000 people here when it was a mining town. They found gold in 1902. There's the firehouse on the left and an old fire engine, which is kind of cool. That's the hotel. It is currently empty. There's nothing going on in there right now. It's in pretty bad disarray. I guess they may be refinishing it or something, or redoing it. But it started in 1908. Most of the town was destroyed by fire in 1923 from a moonshine explosion. And that's when an awful lot of people left. So this is the cemetery in Goldfield, which is kind of renowned, mostly because it's so old and they've pretty much let everything remain the same. A lot of them have rock headstones. Families have come back to visit the grave sites, and some of the families have written over some of the faded headstones. They used red marker or black marker to rewrite, you know, what they said, because they were fading really bad. And most of them are like this. They've got the rocks, and they're built up or whatever, and they say some interesting things like, you know, gunshot wound or whatever. Virgil Earp was buried there at one point, and later they moved his body to Oregon. There were 70 people in the original cemetery that were in the middle of town, and they had to move them. The railroad didn't like people getting out of their trains and stepping out onto the grave site, so they moved them all. There's about 1,200 people in the cemetery now. One of the most interesting might be the headstone that reads, "Unknown man died eating library paste on July 14th, 1908. So this is the Carr Forest. We're driving along, and there's a little sign just on the side of the road. It says Carr Forest Visitor Center. And you drive in here, and we have a four-wheel drive vehicle, so I would not recommend two-wheel drive for this little excursion because it was pretty bumpy. There were a lot of cars up there, just regular cars, but I don't know if I would take mine up there. But it's kind of interesting. They've just half buried these cars, and they all have graffiti on them, and they're just kind of scattered all over the place. I'm not quite sure what the story is behind all of this, but it was kind of cool, kind of sculptural, kind of fun to watch. This was the iron ore cars, different memorabilia from the mining days. This is over by the Chamber of Commerce. They've got everything kind of in a little fenced-in area. There's a museum on site. Of course, it's closed right now. But they're all kind of just rusty old pieces of history, just kind of in the middle of town. Kind of interesting, kind of fun to watch.
Donna and I are standing in front of the Goldfield Hotel, one of the most haunted hotels
In the nation.
in the nation.
It was built in 1907 and 1908. And it was built on the site of two previous hotels that burnt down. They built it in the shape of a U so that all of the guest rooms would have window views.
Well, that's pretty cool, huh? So, like, do you feel like a cold air around you?
I'm freezing.
See, it's the apparitions,
That's it.
and they're focusing on us, and that's why it's really cold right here right now.
By the way, don't come here during a pandemic because you won't find anything open. There's no bathrooms, no gas stations. We had to drive 21 miles to Tonopah to find a bathroom. So,
And then, although we just now found right in front of the hotel a porta potty.